Qin Jiangwo regained the position of the national lord and turned around to wield his sword towards the Wei country that had sheltered him for 29 years. However, in the 6-year 3-battle large-scale operation, Qin Jiangwo truly showed ingratitude. In fact, Qin Jiangwo had no choice but to start a war, which can be traced back to the founding of the Qin state. The ancestor of the Qin state, Lady Yin Yangma, made great contributions and was bestowed the title of Fu Yonggua by the Zhou emperor. The capital was established in Qinyi, which is now known as Tianshui, Gansu. In 770 BC, Duke Xiao of Qin sent troops to escort King Ping of Zhou to migrate eastward. He was granted the title of vassal and the area of Longxi was allocated to Qin. Since then, Qin officially had the status of a vassal state. However, Longxi was a remote and barren borderland, and Qin was always in a semi-agricultural and semi-pastoral state. The country's system and development lagged far behind other vassal states. At the same time, it suffered discrimination and suppression from other feudal states. The ruler of Qin even had thoughts of giving up its feudal state identity. In the end, due to opposition from many ministers, the plan was aborted, revealing the difficulties and weakness of Qin. At that time, the economic development of society mainly relied on agriculture. The 800-mile Wei River plain owned by Qin became a tempting target in the eyes of the state of Wei. Under the reform led by Li Kuei, the Wei kingdom became a powerful country. It defeated the invincible Wei Wu tribe led by Wu Qi, and greatly defeated the Qin kingdom and annexed the Heshi region. Eventually, the Qin kingdom had to retreat from the Hanga Pass, and its only passage to the Central Plains was cut off. It was unable to attract talents from the Central Plains or understand the changes outside. On the contrary, the Wei kingdom became the most powerful country. The ambition of Duke Wei Wu gradually expanded, wanting to eliminate Han and Zhao and achieve the reunification of the three Qin. This caused dissatisfaction and resistance from Han and Zhao, giving Qin a chance to breathe. The Wei kingdom had no choice but to change its attitude towards Qin. That is to cultivate a pro-Wei monarch. It is precisely because of this that Qin Jiangwo chose to flee to the Wei kingdom. He is very clear about 2 points. First, the Wei kingdom will not kill him, but will instead assist him. Second, he can learn from the experience of a powerful country in the Wei kingdom. Waiting for the opportunity to regain the position of monarch of the country, Qin Jiangong knew very well in his heart that the heart of Wei was immortal, once Han Zhao was eliminated, and then the Qin state. When Qin Jiangong learned that his 2-year-old cousin succeeded to the throne, his mother interfered in politics and even the dictatorship of his relatives. Qin Jiangong seized the opportunity to sneak back to Qin to seize power. And promised that Wei Wuhou would never be an enemy of Wei in his lifetime, although this promise made Wei Wuhou satisfied, but he could rest assured that the garrison of Xishan County would be transferred back. Qin Jiangong naturally saw through Wei's mind, and worked hard for 18 years to reform wholeheartedly, and the first thing was to abolish the martyrdom system. Fundamentally put an end to the fearless sacrifice of young and middle-aged people, and at the same time encourage reputation to absorb foreign population, and actively brainwash and indoctrination, to strengthen the country first to the Qin people's self-confidence, how to be confident to recover the lost Heshi. The strategy of fighting to support the war has been greatly supported by the ministers and scholars. Although the risk is against the sky, Qin Jiangong has his own calculations. One is to launch a war against Wei, so that Wei cannot achieve 3 advances and 1 unification. The second is to take the opportunity to weaken the power of Wei, and the third is the most beneficial to Wei at this time. If everything goes well, you can recapture Heshi and Hanga Pass in one fell swoop, and then you can consolidate the pass to recuperate. Qin Jiangong's abacus is dripping and sounding, but he has not been able to achieve a big victory, and the successive battles will be 18 years of family wealth against both ends of the Sichuan clear, and the Wei Wu clan to play 1-for-1 led to a decline in the productivity of young and middle-aged Ruijian. This is the previous scene. The frontline soldiers are tight, the army has no food to eat, there is no food to fight for in the country, bad luck will not leave for no reason, good luck will not come out of thin air, and the tragedy of the old Qin going to the national disaster for a long time. Wei Qinghua ushered in the grand prize. This person is Gong Xiang, known as Qin's domestic response. Wei Yang is considered a traitor in Wei. What is this situation? And listen to the details. Gong lost and hurriedly returned to the shogunate to preside over the meeting. Dispatched Wei Wu clan. The 20,000 who were still exchanged by the Qin army for 1 by 1, and it was difficult to win with countless wounded, asking everyone how they could defeat the Qin army in one fell swoop. The veteran Longu directly studied Wei Yang, and he didn't talk to his kidneys and his heart, let alone his brain, and directly threw out a sentence that the old general can't fight in the field. If you want to win and destroy Qin, no one can succeed except defeat Pang Wan, and in public, you slap the face of the last public defeat in the face, and the public lost and didn't want to deal with Longu, and said that this battle feats can't be Pang Wan's turn. Longu directly came to the head and made people explode. It is recommended that the public lose the wrong book, and ask the king to send Pang Wan to fight. This battle feats are not Pang Wan's. If ordinary people directly wear a small evil minute through the Dragon Valley, the public loses the wrong person as the minister of the country and loves the people's livelihood, and directly ignores the time when the Dragon Valley thinks, because of the urgent report from outside. The reinforcement commander Gongxiang arrived. Everyone was confused, although he failed to win at the moment, but he was undefeated. Where did the reinforcements come and who asked for help? Gongxiang recently flicked the red cloak, and a thunder sounded. Gongxiang came up to be a group of dukes, and the invisible mouth slapped the faces of the generals, and Gongxiang saw that no one made a sound after he finished speaking, and his eyes were even more arrogant, indicating that he would dispatch the strongest Wei Wu clan in the world, and he would not be able to destroy the Qin state for a day. I'm sorry to all of you present here, but you are all trash. Since you are trash, you should take off your armor and go home. If you have a problem, cry and find your mother. If you have nothing to do, play with mud with your children. The generals have never suffered such an insult before, and they all angrily stand up and are about to draw their swords. Believe that the public loser said to stop it, or the character of the Qin, it doesn't matter who you beat it first, and then say, the public loser is not good to be hard, after all, the monarch of Wei is the eldest brother of Gongxiang, and asked Gongxiang what his plan is. Gongxiang saw that Gongxiang was suppressed by himself. Arrogance means that if there is the power to command troops, this young master has his own plan. In the Wei kingdom at that time, there was a rule that if you lose 2 consecutive battles, you will never be trusted again. After witnessing the fearless fighting style of the Qin army, Gong Shu has already lost confidence in winning. At the moment, there happened to be a straw bag sent to the door, and the public losing office was overjoyed, and immediately ordered the Chinese army Sima to hand over the military talisman to Gongxiang, and the generals from all walks of life saw this and spoke out to stop it. You smashed down a big cover, and when you were trying to persuade everyone, Gongxiang took the initiative to go into battle and sprayed randomly, and the generals were persuaded in an instant, and they all shouted to follow Gongxiang, and the public lost to see that it was still a life-and-death rival just now. In the blink of an eye, he called Gongxiang's outlaws. Although he was disdainful in his heart, he was happy to get out of the pit, and directly let Gongxiang command the Weiwu clan. Gongxiang never thought of controlling the Weiwu clan so easily, and when he was overjoyed, Weiyang put forward his own views on the battle situation. The Qin on the side gives full play to the spirit of heaven and earth. You, Master Mingde, have a plan. Gongxiang is indeed interested, all is a fool to perform his own pleasure. Let him say, go up and say. Weiyang expressed that he inspected the battlefield and found that the Qin state had no food to eat, insufficient troops, outdated weapons, and was unable to fight for a long time. A decisive battle at this moment would only provoke the Qin people to fight to the death. It is better to use time to exhaust the determination of the Qin people. Put forward the strategy of the autumn and spring war. Even if the decisive battle could not destroy the Qin state would definitely return to the barren land of Longxi again, and the heart was mixed after hearing the public loss, and the joy was that he had far-reaching knowledge to give himself a long face, and he was worried about being so wise about his own status. Will form a threat. This will be detailed in the future when it comes to the public loser. Gongxiang opened his mouth after hearing it. You're really a straw bag. What do you say? Don't take advantage of the victory. The madman, Gong Shu, deeply knows that Weiyang's strategy is correct. In order to get out of trouble, he can only choose to ignore Weiyang's opinion. Gong Shu never expected that it was his own selfishness that verified the winner's skill of raising horses and ended up being a prisoner. Let the exhausted Qin state find a turning point. We'll talk about this in the next episode. Comment, like, follow, watch the next issue, be one step ahead.